hello, everyone. I'm so appreciative to be a part of the EDGE webinar today. This is my first time presenting. So as Jody mentioned, I'm Becky Howland, and I've been a part of the marketing department here at Nex-Tech for over 21 years. It's kind of hard to believe that it has been that long, but I've enjoyed every moment of it. And I'm really excited to talk to you guys today about omni-channel marketing and why this is such a powerful strategy for you as marketers. So to start us off with the agenda today, oops, I apologize there. I want to talk about and explain the omni-channel strategy itself, explain the definition of it, what is it, and then go through some benefits of how this approach can help you. Some challenges you might run into while implementing that omni-channel strategy, really everything that's involved in implementing this approach. So first we'll start with understanding the omni-channel strategy. What is it? It is a unified customer experience. So it's really important to have a seamless, consistent experience across the board. This doesn't matter if the customer is looking at you online or if they're coming into your in-store location. Across the board, they are going to have a seamless, consistent experience. Your messaging is also going to be very consistent across the board. That service that your customers receive will also be consistent. And like I said, online and offline integration, it doesn't matter what platform they are on or if they're in person, they're going to get that same experience across the board. So that's what's so important about omni-channel marketing is the consistency. You're going to hear me say that a lot, and a holistic approach that's involved with your customer experience. So when I think of customer experience and a positive experience, my mind automatically goes to Chick-fil-A. I know when I walk into Chick-fil-A, I guarantee I'm going to get a response of, it's my pleasure whenever I say thank you. I know that response is coming. I expect it, but yet I really appreciate getting it because it makes me feel special as a customer. And when I leave a Chick-fil-A location, not only did I get amazing food, but I got amazing customer service to go along with it. That's the consistency that they keep for their customers. Another really well-known brand we all know is Coca-Cola. What color do you think of when I say Coca-Cola? I guarantee none of you are saying green right now. We're all thinking of that Coca-Cola red, right? Coca-Cola is so well known for having that consistent red in all of their advertising. Any piece you see come from them, their cans, all their merchandise, everything, because they want you to feel that same experience every single time you consume one of their products. And that's what that's all about. So let's dive into this further. What's the difference between omni-channel and multi-channel? You might have heard that term as well. The major difference here is the integration. Omni-channel strategy, as we talked about, is really a seamless, consistent experience in messaging across the board. Multi-channel strategy involves multiple channels, but it lacks that integration. Businesses who use multi-channel strategy might be looking at a different strategy on their online app versus the in-store experience for the customer. So let me put this into perspective for you. A very well-known company that uses multi-channel strategy is Walmart. Walmart is targeting so many different types of customers, so they're going to provide a different in-store experience than they are for the customer who's using their app or looking at their products and services online. It's going to feel very different. It works really well for them, but it just doesn't have that integration the way omni-channel strategy works. And I firmly believe, being in this broadband industry for 21 years, I really believe that omni-channel strategy is the way to go. And I'm going to show you some examples of why that is. So the importance of omni-channel marketing and modern marketing. As we talked about, customers have various touch points. You can't launch a campaign with just one marketing method. Say you're only using Facebook. that's probably not going to be enough to get the response that you want on that campaign. We need to have various touch points because customers are going to respond in different ways to your marketing. So you need to have an online experience. You need to have a digital, digital marketing experience and an in-store experience. But as we talked about, all those experiences are consistent across the board and they make customers feel the same way, which is that happiness, right? So we also need to look at evolving customer preferences. I know those of us in our industry for a while can all say that customer preferences have evolved quite a bit. When I first started, I was promoting local phone service and calling features. That's what customers wanted back then. Obviously, that demand has changed, and customers are more interested in high-speed broadband service. So we have to change and evolve our products and services to apply to our customers. Then it's also important to provide those personalized experiences. These experiences are going to make people feel good. They're going to make them feel like they're the only customer you care about. That's what we want them to feel. We want them to create that brand loyalty so they keep coming back, which in turn turns into higher conversion rates. All right, so what are some benefits of this approach? When using an omni-channel marketing strategy, we've talked about this increased customer retention because you are creating that consistent customer experience, right? Across all those touch points. They know who they're getting service from. They know what to expect, just like in the Chick-fil-A example. They know what to expect when they come into that business, which is why they keep coming back. It's gonna result in happy customers. It's gonna result in more loyalty and create those memorable experiences that you're hoping for. How do you implement this strategy? Let's talk about that. So we need to identify multiple touch points. When you are looking at promoting in a specific area or maybe promoting a specific service, you need to look at your target demographic. What will those customers respond to? What do they want to see? Put yourself in the customer's shoes. Take yourself through the customer journey. Is the process to go through your website seamless and easy for them? Um, you know, the the other marketing materials you're putting out there, are they going to see where you're putting out that message? You have to think about this and you have to map out all those touch points, see what it all looks like. And then you have to take into consideration your online platforms. I mentioned, going through the customer journey. That means in store and online. What does that look like? Is it consistent across the board? And then look at your social media channels. What type of voice are you using? Is that voice consistent? Keep in mind, social media channels are not there as a sales tool. They are there as an engagement tool. Customers come to your social media channel to have conversations with you, not be sold to. And then your physical stores. Are they getting that same experience when they walk into the store? Do they feel good leaving your store, just like they feel good with any online interaction they have with you? So when do we want to use omni-channel marketing? I really wanted to give you guys some specific instances as a broadband provider on when you may use omni-channel marketing. Now, I do believe, as a marketer for as long as I have been, I think omni-channel marketing is the way to go and just in your general brand awareness as a whole as a company. But I wanted to point out some specific instances on especially when you should use it. So fiber builds is a great example. Many of us, if we come into a community with a fiber build or even building over a community that we already have existing copper in, it's really important that we have a consistent message out to those customers, to those businesses and residents who live there. Make sure they understand who are they getting that new upgraded service from. You want them to know like, hey, this is coming from the exact same company that you've been doing service for 20 years now. We are now going to build you this fiber. And so keep that consistent look so they don't get confused on if it's coming from somebody else. Acquisitions is another great example. So if you're acquiring a new community or even a whole new company, it's really important that you identify who you are as a provider. You don't want to promote something with one look 1 month and then come out the second month with a whole new look. That's just going to confuse people. So keep that consistency going. Keep it holistic in your whole approach across all of your marketing mediums, and ensure that people know who they're getting that service from. Also, in introducing new products and services. So anytime you introduce a new product, you don't want people to think it's coming from the competition. Stick with that brand consistency. Stick with that messaging. And if they have a great relationship with you, they're going to be excited when those new products and services come out, right? So just keep that consistency across the board. And then competitive differentiation. Many of us, when we go into communities or even in our existing communities that we serve, we have competition coming in. And we might have competition building the fiber at the same time we're building fiber in a community. So we definitely have to identify ourselves as a different provider. Stick with our color schemes, stick with our logo, make it very prominent, and let those people know this is who you want to get service from. Have that repetition out there so that they can make that differentiation between you and the competitor. Okay. So I promised you some examples here. The first example I have is from Rainbow Communications here in Kansas. They have been building fiber in Atchison for over the past few years, and they have done a fantastic job at keeping a consistent message out there. They've established themselves as the homegrown provider, providing that fiber connection and kind of playing off that theme of how fiber is now planted and we're bringing it to you. There's no mistaking when customers get these pieces, they know who it's coming from. And it's been very consistent, very frequent. So it's just a great marketing plan as a whole. Another example I have here is a new product example. Giant Communications, also here in Kansas, launched their mobile product this year. And they wanted to have a physical presence of marketing materials as well as online. So you'll see here on the left, this is a door cling over here. So it might look kind of funny that there's a handicap sticker on it, but that's wise because they wanted it on their physical location. They wanted to get it out there right away in front of customers, even if they're walking in the store, but also have it on billboards and mobile ads and on their website. So there's no confusion here. I can easily look at this and see from the color scheme and the angles being used that this is all coming from the same company. All right. So while omnichannel marketing offers numerous benefits, it also has some challenges. Let's review those. So some of the challenges you might run into with data management integration. There are all sorts of tools, software platforms out there to help us with data management. Whether it's a CRM tool or a simple email tool or a digital marketing tool, whatever it may be, they can get complex and we need to know how to use them, which can sometimes take some time in figuring out how to use those and training yourself in how to use it. But also there's the investment in that technology. Unfortunately, they don't come free. You do have to invest in whatever tool or platform you decide to use, and then make sure that the data it is providing to you is making sense to you. Is it the data that you're wanting to see? And is it helping you make more informed decisions moving forward? What impact does it have on those decisions? So maintaining consistency can also be a challenge. We've talked about the importance of consistency. I can't say that enough. It's probably my favorite word when it comes to marketing. But along with that, establish your brand guidelines. If you don't have a branding guideline document, I highly recommend that you get one created. This is a document that you can provide to your vendors, to your internal staff, so you can ensure that everyone is using your logo correctly, they're using your messaging correctly. Maybe you have a tagline that you want them to utilize. There's no mistake in how you want it presented. That's very important. And if you don't have that established, then you run the risk of them manipulating your logo, maybe doing what they want to it. Sometimes it can show up skewed. You don't want that to happen. So have that branding guideline document established, whether it's a PDF or whatever it may be established in, just have it ready to go. And then also the training for your teams. There has to be consistency in training for your teams. I don't think Chick-fil-A has "It's my pleasure" as by any mistake, right? This is training that they do with all of their new employees so that the employees understand what is this consistent message that we want to put out there for customers to ensure that they have a good experience when they come visit us. So if you have just behaviors or messages or anything like that that you want your team to portray to your customers, maybe it's something as simple as, hey, make sure you smile every single time somebody walks through that front door. Things like that, it takes training. And yes, you do have to document that and put it right out there for your new employees to learn. All right. So in conclusion for today, I mentioned a lot of terms, a lot of words here. So I kind of wanted to just review them quickly to make sure that they're stamped in your brain, and hopefully you guys have the tools that you need to move forward. So we talked about multiple touch points. It's not just one marketing channel, right? It's omni-channel marketing because it's multiple touch points. We have our digital world, we have our physical locations, we have the in-store experience, we have all of that that affects customers, and we want to make sure that we are creating a memorable experience and a personalized experience. So, ensure that you are smiling at every customer. Use their name when you can to make them feel special. I probably beat the word consistency down as much as I can, so I don't need to talk about that one a whole lot more. But by creating the cohesive look and that consistency, as we discussed, it can lead to higher conversion rates. It creates that customer loyalty, and in turn, you create happy customers who keep coming back. They want to keep doing business with you. So, with that all being said, that is all I have for today.